The liberal media to shamelessly use Hunter Biden's guilty verdict to dump on Trump's conviction, despite the cases being miles apart. Hunter's gun trial was an open and shut as you can get, with ironclad evidence like damning text messages Hunter sent to drug dealers, a very real laptop, and solid witnesses like his sister-in-law turned ex-lover. And yet, the liberal press still trying to compare it to the hush money mess Alvin Bragg cooked up against Trump.
This is a really good day for the American system.
This verdict certainly flies in the face of everything that the former president has been pushing, trying to undermine the legal and the justice system. And we know President Biden has come out very strongly against that.
Can you imagine Donald Trump saying the following words? I will accept the outcome of this case and will continue to respect the judicial process.
What you're seeing today and what we saw in New York in connection with the Trump criminal case is jurors doing their job.
The public will see this as a sign anyway that DOJ follows the facts and the law without regard to who is subject to those facts and the law.
Were it not for his last name being Biden, I don't think the trial would have ever occurred.
All right, Richard, they had like maybe a half a dozen whistleblowers saying that every time they tried to follow the facts, they got shut down by the Biden administration.
Look, I will say this, because I think there's something that Greg said last segment that's worth bringing up here, because I do think there's politics that have to do with this case. Mind you, I think the guilty verdict is the guilty verdict, so be it. But I think the interesting pivot that you saw, that you see folks on the right making about, like, let's talk about the Biden family, let's move away from Hunter, is because there's some interesting bedfellows here that you have to navigate, right? Because this case does lean directly into the Second Amendment and the idea that on this form that we talked about, which is why the Hunter was found guilty, is, are you an addict and thus you can't have a gun? This is a case that we saw that came up in the Fifth Circuit last year, August of 2023, where the Fifth Circuit found that this is unconstitutional, right? This question is unconstitutional. So for people on the right, they have to evaluate, if we go too hard on this particular case, do we anger folks who believe in the Second Amendment, right? Which is why after this decision was passed, the Trump campaign issued a statement, and they retracted it, and they brought it back out again, because they're trying to figure out how to navigate this moment. And they also, too, know that if you go too hard against Hunter Biden like they did in 2020 and 2022, it doesn't show up with the electorate, because both times, one in 2020, Joe Biden won, in 2022, this apparent red wave did not show up. So the idea of just attacking Hunter and going after him on a straight line doesn't seem to be as effective as a strategy to woo the electorate as Republicans think they are. So right now they're trying to figure out, how do we navigate this moment when it's so complicated? Okay,
as someone who identifies as on the right, I am having no trouble at all navigating this difficult moment, according to you. Judge Janine, the pivot that Richard seems to be saying that the people on the right are making, to me, it just seems like, well, this was like maybe a fraction of the crimes that were on the laptop.
I mean, this is so disingenuous, Richard. Give me a break. It was the Biden White House, the Biden Department of Justice, that had this case from 2018, allowed the statute of limitations to run, so Hunter Biden could not be accountable for the worst tax violations and the worst tax crimes that were connected to when his father was a vice president, and when he was getting money from all over the world that then is funneled to everybody who was sitting in the front seat of that courtroom. You wonder why they're so unified? Because that's where the cash came in. That's where the LLC was. So don't give me this, the justice system worked. If it weren't for Judge Noriega saying, give me precedent, give me some idea of why someone should be given immunity in perpetuity ad infinitum because his name is Hunter Biden, and the DOJ said, no, we can't. We've never done it before. So let's not be so holier than thou and saying the system works. No, but for this judge, this guy would have been skating. He's skated every year of his life, and this is the first time justice has been visited upon him. And because of him, the Americans in this country have lost faith in the criminal justice system because of the Democrats and their policies and the social justice nonsense. So spare me the system works now.
Yeah. I mean, Greg, the system has been covering up for this guy for decades.
Well, I mean, Hunter's charges, whether you like them or not, are real. Right. You know, there's plenty to choose from. But What about Trump's charges? You had to meticulously fashion and create them, and everybody admitted at the time, this is unprecedented, a first of its kind, never been done before, and they're doing it for a president who's is the leading candidate in the election. Not only is that corrupt, it's election interference. So this is not about equal justice. It's quite lopsided. There's a joke in there. I won't make it. So I'm like the judge. Screw these sanctimonious phonies. These were the same lying D-bags who claimed the laptop was fake. So if their false narrative had prevailed, which they wanted, there wouldn't have been this verdict at all. And they now claim proof of equal justice. So this verdict didn't come down because of you. It happened in spite of you. This guy got away with a lot for a long time, and it only stopped because there was just too much to ignore.
Dana P.
Well, I was thinking the same thing. It's not. They're trying to say that like these two cases were the exact same, apples to apples. It was more like apples to cucumbers. Like they're not the same. We sat here for 6 weeks having to dissect every single word, not understanding what was going on. Even one of the CNN contributors wrote a big piece for the New York Magazine or New Yorker saying this wasn't right, and so that one's likely to be rejected. Plus, it took like 6 weeks. This took 3 weeks or 2 weeks. Not even that, because the evidence was so clear. But the other thing is, those talking heads are they not embarrassed and angry at the 51 national security advisors who lied to them and said that the Hunter Biden laptop was Russian disinformation? They keep having them on their shows. They keep using them as sources. And yet the actual story in regard to the trial is that the laptop was real. Mm-hmm. And if you were any of those journalists or talking heads, I would never talk to those guys again. Never.
Yeah, Clapper. It's the last you'll hear from me.
You dug in.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.